Welcome to Shattered Ships, brought to you by Fandom Encounters. This is your DM Matt, guiding you on your pirate adventure through the seas of Corsair. Join our party, the Human Fey Wanderer Ranger Tesha Gwyn, played by Bobby, the Sea Elf Pirate Kensei Monk Trigger, played by Seth, and the Owlin Swords Bard, played by Alan, as they do their best to navigate this new world and find their place in it. In Corsair, where piracy is freedom, and freedom is dangerous. Giant rest battle we're all looking forward to. Last week in Shattered Ships, having saved the mage Lester Moore, our pirates got a little heads up, a little gift from Stila Benz, to go check out the Golden Hammer, which is also run by a lizard folk here in town. So our pirates have a reptile to look forward to as well. But in contrast, Rapunzel, Godzilla destroyed destroyed many buildings, including towers, and our pirates were able to save a wizard from his tower. A la Flynn and Rapunzel, apparently, is where my brain was going. Tower and Rapunzel were too linked.
Let down your magic weapons.
Lester Moore laid down his hair, and you all were able to escape safely. Having met this blue-robed group, Veritas, or at least a few members of it, seemed to hold their secrets very carefully. But you were just as careful with your saving of Lester Moore. Feeling pity for this, let's say, forgetful or addled wizard, was stolen from. One of the items being a few cursed items, a few magical items, but also a headband of intellect that he has used to sort of keep his mind as he's gotten older and older in age, as humans are much more frail than many of our other species here in Corsair. Having partnered with some of your friends, knowing that Lester Moore once traveled with a lot of them, Marilyn was able to help get Lester more safely here, or she did her best to keep up, as Trigger gave Lester a ride on the cart that you all still have, as you Tony Hawked with Lester all the way back to your home, as everyone has reached here safely. We kind of wrapped up leading into, it's still like, basically you saved Lester Moore in the late hours of the night. So is there anything, as we return home safely, what is sort of the, what is the party doing when they first get back home? Like, Bastion is here, having noticed Trigger coming in with someone new, Bastion is doing his best to kind of get Lester Moore some tea, as everyone is free to make their plans leading into what happens next.
Oh, yes. Young Trigger, I'm not mistaken. I believe I've heard your name before, Lester Moore. Very talented wizard of Crescent Cove. Perhaps we should find you a seat at the table. Yes.
Introductions kind of going around. Yes.
Marilyn, there's some tea over in the kitchen if you want to get it started. You may be more prone to do that sort of thing.
As Bastion kind of makes sure that Lester is safely taken care of for the time being, he kind of gives Trigger a heads up, as everyone is kind of like coming home at like somewhat different times, as like Trigger was able to sprint here.
Trigger, I'm not sure which room would be best suited for your friend, but if you wanted to sort of get one set up, there's blankets in my in Violette and Violet's room. There's extra ones if you wanted to get a few over there.
Okay. And I guess I run up and get the blankets,
Nice.
And then proceed to well, they'll see.
So Trigger, you head upstairs. So as a reminder, the upstairs area of the House of Violets also doubled as sort of this like patient wing, or people that needed a little extra care. So the entire kind of west wing of the house upstairs is full of rooms. They're fairly comfortable, not the most homey, but there's beds and blankets and everything that like someone would need if they were staying here. And depending on who's claimed which rooms, there's sort of the pink guest room, Bastion's cupboard, which I think Trigger has wanted for himself, and then Violet and Violet's room as well, so people can sort of divvy up whichever rooms they would like to take.
I think I ended up taking the pink guest room. Like, like go back and forth between like there and like the tree.
Oh yeah.
But for tonight, I'll be like, hey everybody, yeah, I'm just gonna go to bed. Long day. Love you guys.
We've all
Great
had a
work.
long day.
Yeah. See y'all in the morning.
Nice.
Okay, sleep well, Kachi. I'll try to keep it down for you.
As you were
what do
walking
you-
past the kitchen, kind of Marilyn, is everyone all right? I know you're going to rest, but if anyone needs to be healed or
Oh,
something,
Marilyn.
I'll sort of take care of that as well. If not, I'll head back home. I just wanted to make sure Lester got Lester here safely.
I look pretty messed up.
Oh, all right. Oh yes. Come here, Gwyn. Does they comment as like a little bit of like the mom thing, but also like like medicine woman, or like a homeopath, like very careful, like, oh, actually there's some herbs here. Violet always kept a nice house. There we go. And starts like breaking things up and like makes Lester a cup of tea, makes you a cup of tea, and you'll get math back at 7. You get 20 HP back.
Whoa! Okay, I'm back all the way up.
You dump some cure wounds into a tea. Why not?
From upstairs, you just hear like
He's not one of mine, but is he all right?
Hey Lester, I made you something.
Right question. Honestly, asking myself that
He
every
seems
day.
a little bit right and left. You know what I mean?
Well, I believe his heart is in the right place.
Exactly.
Yes,
I run down the staircase.
absolutely.
Hey Bass, those blankets that you gave me, is it okay if I ripped them up? Because I already did.
Oh, that was not my intention, but I suppose there's no, as long as it is in service to something, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm lightheaded. Whew. Yeah, Lester, I knew that, so when I have trouble, here, I'll show you. And I'll grab Lester by the hand and I'll run him up the staircase.
Yes, of course. Let's go.
And Lester runs off with Trigger, Marilyn downstairs with Kachi and Gwen. It seems he seems at least to be in one piece.
Yeah.
If of course
Do
again,
you
I appreciate this greatly. I've spent many years with Lester, adventuring and then sort of checking in from time to time.
do you want to check in tomorrow? Should we check in with you? I mean, I figure that we're gonna go to come on, I always forget her name.
It's Gilda. I call from
Thank
the top
you.
of the stairs. Also,
Yeah.
don't let her leave.
Oh, all right. You're not allowed to leave then.
Stay
yeah.
here.
Oh,
We're gonna go to Gilda's
Of course.
just to try to get this Veritas thing figured out. But is there anything? Should we bring? I mean, obviously we should bring Lester. Do you want to meet us with Lester? You know him best.
he'll be. I'm sure Guild will be pleased to see him. They've been friends for quite some time. If you'd like, and can stop by, and can bring some food over tomorrow or something around lunchtime if you'd like. I'll see what Kettle's working on, and we'll just bring over what she's making.
Marilyn,
Of course.
do we know what school of magic Lester studied under? Is there a specific
good
school?
good question.
Just from what I remember, I believe wizards have types of schools.
Marilyn got a nat 20 to remember this. Oh, yes, he was an abjuration wizard. He was always sort of focused on protecting himself and others near him. But he was well versed in a lot of things. His spellbook collection was very vast at one point. Some of them have been damaged over time, but actually Skipshot keeps some of the more dangerous ones for him, just sort of for Lester's own protection.
Can we believe, this is me kind of asking, we believe that that spellbook got stolen in the...
The spellbook, there's like one book that seemed to be have been stolen.
we saw a book get stolen. We don't know what it is.
there may be. Are you sharing that information with Marilyn, or is you kind of just keeping it to yourself?
I'm open to talking about
Uh,
Lester with Marilyn. I'm pretty open about that.
Yes.
I'm curious, just because
Yes.
especially if he had
He was
protected
also very talented with sort of understanding artifacts beyond just the identify spell, I suppose. He would take his time and sort of study things. It was a passion of his, something him and Skip enjoyed doing together. But so he had a number of collections of old magical artifacts, magical items that no one had use for anymore. Some of them had sort of served their function, served their purpose, and Lester would try to sort of recharge or rekindle the magic within them and sort of thing. Bit of a
This might be ill-advised, and so stop me if it is, or if I'm overstepping. But you seem to know him so well, and you seem particularly versed in magic. Lester was quite concerned that some items might be cursed, but if you are familiar with his spell book enough, perhaps you could wander, and I wouldn't touch anything except for maybe if you find it. I just think that might be a possible cure for his memory, and if he has access to other spells like divination spells or conjuration spells, then perhaps that would help conjure his own thoughts. Yeah.
Oh, of course. I mean, spells.
I just think
Depending
since
on-
you know him,
Yes.
it might look less shady than if we explore Lester's tower.
Oh, yes, of course. I fully understand. I would. That's a very kind suggestion, Gwen. I can go check out his tower. I can take a look and see if there's a change of clothes or anything I can bring over for him as well. If I find, like he's had several tomes and things over the years. If I find, if he had like an everyday spell book or something he sort of kept on hand with him, I'll bring it over. It could sort of help jog his memory.
I think that would
Yeah, be
be
careful though, just in case anyone comes back.
Oh, of course. I keep a good. There's a reason there's not a lot of fights at the Forgotten Escape. I can tend to end most fights before they begin.
Nice.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Lester's good. He probably is not going to be able to get out of his hammock without help though, because we had a really hard time getting him in there. But he's nice and snug.
Let's go just sit on the boat.
I suppose him being safely tied into a hammock is better than him falling out.
Yeah, safely. It was definitely safe. I'll go back and I'll check the knots. Okay. Hey, before you go, Marilyn, I got a question to ask.
Of course, Trigger.
And so we suck at staying alive. Like a lot.
Damn,
Oh,
really
yes.
shot to the chest.
We had a
Like-
wildly successful mission.
You look better than I do right now, which is not normally the case.
Trigger,
Anyways.
Trigger, are you feeling down? I can help.
No, it's okay. I've been told that chicks dig scars. What that means to me, I have no idea, but I still think it holds true. Anyways, we kind of found this cool locket thingy,
Oh.
and I
Cool.
kind of want to see if you know of anything that you know how to do about it. I'm sorry, should I not have said anything?
I'd be happy to take a look.
We've been completely open and honest with Marilyn about everything.
Oh, cool. So this isn't just me continuing that honesty. It's
Right.
somewhat delayed. Here you go. Wait, who has it? I don't.
I do, yeah.
I don't think I know.
Yeah,
Marilyn
oh.
got her second nat 20 to investigate this.
Damn.
History check and an investigation check. Oh, you've I suppose you found this here, I suppose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was kind of one of the end results
Must have
of,
belonged to Violette.
yes.
Yes. This was sort of the way that she channeled her specific divine magic. Her spellcasting focus for the Twilight domain, and it is something that I suppose it's. Well, it's not functioning right now. You would need a cleric to sort of reawaken that power. Violette could do it much easier, but of course, I suppose those days are behind us. But it is something I would be able to help you all with.
If
Well,
you were
doesn't
able-
that sound convenient?
Marilyn, you've been so helpful to us. I just worry that we won't be able to repay your favor, and I'm worried
Mm,
you're gonna have some crazy thing that you're gonna need us to keep under the rug. And I just everyone has their own secrets, you know. I just get worried we can't pay you back.
Uh,
But I give her a gold.
you can you keep that. It's much better spent on food and drink at Forgotten Escape. I suppose my needs are fairly straightforward. In my youth, I was sort of more focused on getting back to a group that I lost, and I found a group I prefer here. As long as the people I love are being protected, if that is the only sort of let's say favor I could ask of you. I would happily do what I can to fix this. It would take some time, perhaps, but I could take it back to my grove and get things sorted. And in exchange, all I truly ask is help me protect the people I love. The Forgotten Escape is no stranger to danger. Skipshot, he tends to stay in the inn, but my kids run around on occasion. If you see them in trouble, I'd appreciate you helping them out. And keep an eye on
Absolutely.
Lester. He's like family. He's been there for us, for me and Skip, for nearly as long as we've been here.
Don't worry, he's not going anywhere.
That is what I fear, yes. It seems like you have secured him. He can breathe, can't he? Did you speak with him before you left?
Yeah, no, I definitely tore some holes in the blanket, so it should be good.
Oh God.
I would love to say goodbye to him.
Yeah, of course. Come on up. You can see my room too.
Of course. So
Do you want to see our secret chamber?
sure, I suppose. So should I? Is it all right if I take this home to sort of study it and look at it and see if I can sort of channel a bit of power back into it?
Oh.
That would be very preferred. That would be very helpful if you could. We would be very appreciative.
But we should let Marilyn go. You can have your night, Marilyn. I think we're all.
I wanted to check on Lester to make sure that he wasn't actually
Oh,
tied up in danger.
I'm sure that we can put him in a bed if it's not.
Of course.
I
Well,
want there to be like a thud on the ceiling. You just hear his body like hit the floor.
Like,
are you sure?
I'll go. That's my bad. I don't think I tied a double knot. My bad.
I'm sure you can get him sorted. Bastion, why don't you help Trigger? Just in case.
Good option.
Oh,
Good
yes,
choice.
yes, Trigger. Lead the way, my son.
You're not my dad.
You're not my dad.
You think you're dad, but you're not.
So Marilyn, with the locket still in hand, Trigger kind of runs away, and she kind of gives like a nod to both Kachi and Gwen. Yes, I'll stop by with food tomorrow. If I have an update on the locket, maybe a bit later in the evening, something like that. So maybe if you have whenever's convenient for you, stop by, and we can check on progress or weigh in on things if you need.
and if you
we'll let
find
you
anything
know.
exciting at Lester's, you let us
Yes,
know.
I'll stop by Lester's in the morning, and that's the least I can do. Happy to help.
Can I do like an insight check on Gwen? I think you told us about the box, though, right? No,
Yeah,
you
I,
did not.
I very much am looking for spells, and I
Okay.
specifically mentioned divination and conjuration spells because
Yeah.
that's what the box needs to open up. But I'm just hoping we can get a list of spells that I can give you. And I was like, well, I'm talking about this with you.
No, I won't do an insight check then. I think I would. Yeah, if you
Yeah,
would have
I'm
already told us
being
something.
kind of greasy about it.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Like you
I-
said, conjuration and divination.
I did mention
Specifically to
rules of magic, and I
conjure.
didn't seem to get the answer I wanted with abjuration.
Cool. All right. Have a lovely night, Marilyn. Yeah, we'll
Of course.
come here. We're gone. We'll let you know.
Get some rest. I'm sure the adrenaline is still pumping. Try to rest, relax when you can. Marilyn kind of heads out.
I think Kachi just like collapses. Oh god.
You did great.
You did great. I was helping you guys down. 2 times. Thank God for Lester, honestly.
I agree.
Yeah.
You want to go to bed?
Do you got anything? Do you wanna do a little a download? I don't know if I would use that term in this world, but do you wanna do
My-
anything?
I mean, as far as Lester's is concerned, if Marilyn knows him, I don't know why she can't just walk in and be like, "Oh, this is his book, and bring it home." I mean, if she's cursed, then she's cursed, and then someone will cure her. Like, she's important enough to this town that someone's gonna take care of her. It's not like if we got cursed, people would be like, "Well, they're new."
Oh well, yeah. No, you're
So
not wrong
I'm
there.
thinking she can bring back some spells, maybe a thing or two, especially if his abjuration magic. He's probably got some protective shit in there. So,
Oh yeah.
but yeah, I know I killed that guy. Also, I know I'm going to take heat for that, but I don't want to talk about it.
Let's not talk about.
Yeah,
I mean, breaking and entering, and who knows? It's spur of the moment. We were trying to help
I just
Lester.
didn't know. If you lie to me once, why am I interrogating you? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You can lie to me again. So,
listen, I don't know if I've ever personally seen someone so just like bah right there in front of me, but that's a conversation for tomorrow. I mean,
I don't think it is actually. I don't think it is.
all right. No,
I
noted.
slide down the banister and I'm like, oh, are we talking about the time that you just brutally murdered that person in front of me?
That's coming from a pirate too. That's crazy.
Well, that's because he's used to brutally murdering things from farther away. You know
Yeah,
what
no,
I mean?
I don't think it was like, frankly,
You're all okay with it, right?
Yeah, well, here's the thing. I like kill who you want, and like I want you to fully know I support that. I want you to kill who you want, but I just want to make sure you're good when you do it, okay? Because sometimes killing people takes a lot out of you. I've seen it from some of my favorite pirates, okay? So if killing people hurts you, then I don't want you to do it.
I'm gonna interject and say maybe don't kill whoever you want. We are in a very isolated town that everyone knows everyone kind of vibe.
Oh wait, yeah, like we could play Fuck, Marry, Kill. They used to do that on the ship all the time.
Don't do that either.
Okay.
At least not out loud and not.
Oh, sure.
Not literally. If we in the confines of the home around friends, trigger.
Okay, I'm gonna give you 3 random people, okay? And I just want you to say like what comes to mind when I say them, okay? All right. So first, the Kraken that we encountered down in the depths. Okay, I'm kind of curious. Okay. Second, you know what, Gilda, because I think it's important that we remember that name and whether
woman.
No, not this. Do you want this? Do you have a thing for the Seagull Woman?
Oh, that's not Gilda.
No. See, this is why I'm saying
that's Blanche.
No, I'm
I'm sorry.
This is why I'm doing this because I think it'll help us actually memorize people a little bit more.
Scarred. She's like battle worn.
So like, is that like damaged goods for you? Like you don't want that because it's like too much lived experience.
I would hate to be with someone who's damaged.
Not Gwen style.
No, I would hate to be with anyone who's crazy.
Okay. Wait, one more person. The first day, that guy that you cut his leg off in the tavern. Okay, so that's 3 people. Go.
I'm gonna kill the Kraken. I'm gonna marry Gilda.
Oh, wow.
Stenner is the one who had his hand cut off.
And Stenner
my bad.
Was my first successful lie. So I'm gonna say Stenner and I can have a brief moment of love.
I didn't even say anything about love. That's really cool. Okay. Yeah, that's all I need.
All right, great. So now that we've talked about this, I feel better. And now I feel good. And I don't have any issues. And I'm actually feeling pretty good about everything, how things are going. I don't want to be here. And I feel like every day I'm here, my parents' lives are more like in danger. I feel like I want to get back to them. I'm very nervous about it. So I just want, to get back to my parents. So I would like to leave. So that's just why I want to open this crate and find out what's in there.
Can I ask you something real quick though, then?
Yes.
What's so great about having parents?
Well, they work really hard. They're the hardest people I know who work. They did their best, I think, with me. We had a good, we had a, we had a pretty, it was kind of boring. I always thought it was kind of boring, but I think I'm ready for boring. So I would like to go back to my hometown, and just live with my parents for a little bit. Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
And then I'll figure it out after. But I know it sounds kind of lame now that I said it out loud like that. But I just
No, parents sound a lot like pirates.
I just think I need like a gap year, and they and
Gap year from your parents.
and they I only planned on being gone for a couple months, and I was gone for a few years. So
Did you just backpack across Coursera? Like what exactly were you doing?
well, no, I there was a competition. I think I told
Right.
you. Right. Yeah, that happened over at Fakana though. So and then afterwards,
You like went from hostel to hostel or
no, I went from party to party. I was
more like a celebration tour, as it were.
I was touted around. People want to say they saw someone, and I'm not that person, and they really thought I was someone else. I wasn't. And then I'll even like use the magic, and I will like enhance my features, and I look like airbrushed, and like I'm like a little bit slimmer and more toned.
There's like a
I'm
breeze
actually
blowing that's like
actually
billowing.
filled
like
out in some
moth,
spaces.
Like,
Yeah,
it's like moth robe is like billowing. Just
yeah.
There's
But
not
I
even a
look
breeze
very
in here.
glamorous, and like this is what people wanted to see, all the time.
Mm.
I get it. You look really cool. Like so coral right now.
Great, and then I'll drop it. I look like
Ugh. Oh, sorry. That was involuntary. I'm sorry.
yeah. So it's a lot of pressure, and I don't know if I can take it anymore. So I want to go, but going isn't gone. I didn't make it. So
Oh, no, it's okay. We'll help you get back to your lame parents. Don't worry.
thanks. That would mean a lot. I just like to do that.
Kachi, do you want to get back to your parents?
That is a question asked me. How long have we been here? 3 days?
It
2?
feels like it's been forever.
Ever. At least 3 months. You asked me that, 3 days ago. Maybe I would have had a different answer, but yeah, there's something about being trapped somewhere that you really start to think about what you want to get back to. And I think the point that Gwen was trying to get to, Trigger, is like parents kind of become this safety net, and I know there's there's a verbiage, like everybody, you gotta leave the nest, and that's literal for Owlin. You gotta fly on your own, but once you're out there flying, where are you going? What are you doing? You don't really have the people who've been looking after you your whole life to oh man, yeah, to keep you afloat. So it really makes you think. Yeah.
You just said a lot of words that didn't mean anything. Okay, I got you. You're still deciding.
Trigger.
Okay.
You're on a journey. He's on a journey.
Yeah.
You don't have to know
On a
where you're
journey.
going to go.
That's literally
You don't have to.
No, it's cool. It's all right. Yeah, you don't know either. That's what we're all here for.
What do you mean? I know exactly what.
You know exactly what do you know?
I know exactly everything. I'm good.
Oh yeah? What number am I thinking of?
7.
No, it was 17.
Damn.
Stupid.
That's
Yeah.
higher than
Now you know.
out before.
No, it's always been 17. I'm working my way up though. I think I'm gonna get there. All right, night. And I just go away.
Okay.
Let me get into the interpersonal workings of how your brain works. Okay, bye.
I'm just
Classic
like
kid.
wide-eyed moment.
I think that is how children interact, right? Am I wrong? Like,
No, you're not
this is
wrong.
really what we're going for.
More
Here.
than me.
I don't know. Once Trigger's out of earshot or like upstairs, and I hear him clanging around doing something.
Yeah, I'm stringing up my own hammock.
Nice.
I
Excuse me. I should have muted Mike.
I don't know what to do with Trigger. Not that we have to do anything with him, but oh man,
until Trigger becomes a liability, I think Trigger is a great like escape plan for us. If like a quest or anything ever blows back on us, we can always say, we had Trigger with us. It's a child. We had to do what we had to do. And I think we can always, like, if a mission fails, blame Trigger. If we steal something, blame Trigger. I mean, I just think, if anything for us, Trigger's great for the image. Otherwise, we're just two assholes here. I'm gonna leave.
Truly, just two assholes, just doing whatever the fuck.
No, like the child with us really helps. Will help you leave. Without Trigger, we don't leave here. I don't think so.
I'll perch myself upstairs.
If Trigger wants hammocks, we have hammocks. Yeah,
I can see why you won.
Wow, thank you. Good night.
Good night.
A comment that will stay with Gwyn for the rest of the evening.
Closes the bedroom door. Is moved. I can't move the bed. I'm not strong enough. I'll put a chair in front of the door, and I'm in my room over here, and I'm staring at myself in the mirror in the bathroom, wetting my face over and over again.
Incredible.
You can actually, Matt, if I can, the room that I actually. The room that I actually want is not Bass's room, but like the hole that we knocked down in the room next to him.
Oh my god, yes.
Oh my god.
So so I have to like crawl through a little hole to get in there every time. And I kind of want Bass to be able to sleep too, so like I want him in there. But because I'm next to the bathroom, I feel like I can hear the running water of Gwen. So I'm just like, Gwen, like through the wall. Gwen, can you hear me?
Knocking.
Fully in bed, pillow over my head, like I'm hearing voices, like no.
Okay. And I'm like, okay, I'll try again in the morning. I don't sleep. I only need 4 hours of sleep, so it'll be sooner than that.
Wow, a true child. A true child.
You only need 4 hours of sleep.
It's the kid who like wakes you up by like, I've learned a fact.
Just sitting at the base of your bed, just staring at you.
I've been waiting. Why?
God.
But yes, the crew can get a long rest as the upstairs of this house is slowly filling up. With Gwyn having taken over the primary bedroom wing here, Kachi in the guest room, Trigger in his own little secret hideaway, Bastion has his butler nook, and Lester now in one of the patient rooms. Violette living in a mirror, or at least the remnants of who she once was, in the mirror here in the House of Violets, as our party has met with some allies, succeeded and has completed a mission. They're able to get their long rest. No surprise attacks in the night. But you do have a day before you to plan. You had hopes to go see Gilda, and we've talked to her about Lester. You have to meet with Marilyn, but you also have these favors with the Golden Hammer and the Lucky Card. Things to kind of consider and keep in mind as you go to do this. So what's waking up? What is the point of order? What is Kachi hoping to okay, the top of his to-do list? What's that?
I think he kind of wakes up a little later because I think just going into the night, he kind of
should start with Trigger. He sleeps for 4 hours.
He kind of gets stuck on, Gwen's thing about his parents and Trigger's question, and I think Kachi takes out the box of whetstones and the scimitar, and I think he just tries to work on his dagger.
Nice. Yeah.
And just really trying to remember what his mom taught him, and really try to slowly do this thing, not even really going for the benefit of the +1 for the limited time, but
almost more just the routine of it. Yeah, go ahead and
Yeah.
give me a um give me I'm gonna get it's gonna be like a crafting check. What tools is Kachi proficient with?
Oh, man.
Did you get
I
any from
think
Bard?
I think it did. Yeah. Let me find those tools. Smiths.
Yeah. So go ahead and give me a Smith's tools check. I'll leave it up to you if it wanted to be dexterity based or intelligence based. But it's going to
Mm,
be because like you're working with your hands, so it's like, okay, are you remembering the techniques or is it like muscle memory at this point? So go ahead and give me that tools check. If you're using your dexterity, I'm guessing Kachi's is better dexterity. It'll just be dexterity plus
uh,
proficiency.
cool. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do dexterity plus proficiency. Yeah. Oh, nice. Actually, 21.
Very nice. You begin to like use one of these whetstones on your dagger, not coating it with a +1. You could if you wanted to use one of your whetstones. But you're really just kind of getting into this practice of it. You're slowly kind of carving and remembering. Thinking back to, I guess I'll leave it up to Kachi. Are you thinking of like the last time you helped your mom at the forge? Are you thinking of like almost like relearning some of the early lessons that she taught you?
More of the early lessons. I think
Nice.
Hachi is like he's going in between. Why did I leave? Why do I hate? Why did I hate Morales? And what was like some of the early memories of like that family dynamic?
Nice. Yeah. You are like remembering like a young Kachi sitting in the forge. Probably an early lesson for you. You've taken some like your like grandpa has like given you some lessons like in like the tree branches of like how to move with your swords and how to like, channel like things through you, a way for little kids to burn off energy. But you've never been able to actually help your mom or your sister in the forge. But this is like the first time your mom kind of brought you in, and like very similarly, you were starting with like knives. You were sharpening like kitchen cutlery or something that like didn't really need to have like a finely honed edge. It was like, okay, while your mom is like filling orders, basically, here's something that you can do on the side to help out and kind of match what she's doing. And she's like, yeah, giving you the angle. All right, yeah, get in there right there. Nope, yeah, got it's in the wrist. It's in the
No,
wrist, there, kid. There you go. There you
I'm
go.
trying. I'm trying. Okay.
No,
Okay. I
I
got it.
know that you're trying. You're doing good. You're doing good. Okay. Let me see it. Ah, okay, yeah. So I said 20 degrees. Give it like an 18 on that one. You sometimes just gotta feel it out. All right. So you see, and Jake points out like you can like see how like the knife bows a little bit. You gotta cater to that. Cater to that. If you want to heat it up, like all heated up, you can sort of smack it back into straight. All right.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
I
And
like it.
then so you've gotten like 1, 2. After like 3, you kind of get a feel for it, and like
Mm.
you're like this fourth one, it's like okay, we'll use the crafting check for that. It was a 21. It's this really like you've honed it perfectly. It's kind of balanced. It's even, and like you're like going up to your mom to show your mom, and like give me a perception check.
10.
As you're like running, like you're running with this knife, which also isn't advised. But
Hey.
you're running up to your mom, someone snatches it out of your hand, like from behind you, and like your big sister has like grabbed it from your hand. And oh my, did, is this from like the used pile, Kachi? This
Hey,
is terrible.
I worked really hard. Okay. I did my best.
Yeah, you worked hard to
Mom
make
says
it
that.
into a spoon. Look, it's bent, kid. Come on, get out of the shop. I'll fix
No.
I'll fix these. And she starts like picking up all the ones that you just finished.
Sometimes swords and knives can be bent. Okay. You don't all have to be perfect. Eh, you suck. It's like
Yeah,
right away.
sometimes they're bent. Kopeshes are bent. Arumis are bent. Get out. No, leave
I'm
your brother.
making a Kopesh knife. But how about that, huh?
Leave your brother alone. Leave your brother alone. Look, I love you. I love
Mm.
you. Let me see that knife, kid. And your
Oh, a
mom
little bit.
takes it and like just kind of like pushes your sister back, like, just pushes your sister away. Nah, it's a good start. It's a good start, kid. Look, yeah, this one, like, look, she like, gets like the first one that your sister like picked up and dropped one. You see the difference here? And she like shows you kind of like, no, you're already improving. Keep that up, all right?
Oh, okay, I'll try.
Look, your sister's good.
Mm.
She didn't learn it in one day.
It doesn't seem like it. It seemed like she always had a knack for it.
That's because she's older. By the time you came around, she was good. You'll be good.
Mm. All right, all
Look,
right.
I don't even let your little brother in here.
That's true. We'd be a menace. What would he do? He would just yell around the whole time. Okay,
He's a
fine. That's
Luxodon
fair.
in a
That's
china shop, you know?
fair.
He's gonna knock everything over.
Yeah, he would. He would. Okay.
Hey, all right,
Okay, thanks,
go
Mom.
outside, go outside, practice what your dad taught you. I love you.
I love you too.
All right, get out of here, kid. And like as like you're just remembering this, is like you're honing, like you're like remembering, like, okay, I have to adjust the angle for my knife. Like it's a little bit different. And you're holding like your Kopesh knife, the first one you made. Why not? So it has kind of this like curve to it.
Definitely crying and definitely like doing that until like I think he just passes out from exhaustion, so he can get his 8 hours.
Yeah, you falling asleep like with this Kopesh and whetstone kind of curled around you. Trigger, 4 hours of sleep. You are the first one to wake for sure. You are, I'd say you're even able to like sneak past Bastion if you're hoping to. What is Trigger's like? What's he up to in the morning?
I think he does the thing where he like looks around. The thing is on a ship. There's always somebody up. There's always somebody on watch. They're patrolling deck. There's doing something. Do a lot of night raids. Like there's always something going on. And Trigger normally goes and bothers that person. But that's to walk around and like nobody's up early in the morning here is like he doesn't really know what to do with himself. So he like probably tries to peek his head in everybody's room.
Oh, like it's very strange stillness of like.
Yeah, just to check in on them. Like and notices like he can't. Well, actually, yeah. Did we say that that Gwen's door is like pushed shut?
Like probably at least locked.
Yeah,
And
okay.
Using what's around. Barricade.
I'm not gonna like try and break into anybody's room, right? So, but if the door opens, I might just peek my head in, and I'll probably be like, "Hey, oh, okay, all right, I'll be downstairs, okay." And I'll just kind of like wander. I might pop into the mirror room. To see what Violet's up to.
Also check in on Violette in the mirror.
On
You
Violette,
look in and like the mirror has like this. It's like foggy once again. It doesn't have like the like clear image like you guys have seen kind of before. It doesn't seem to be like awakened or active.
Hey, are you up? do you sleep? I don't.
Go ahead and give me an Arcana check, Trigger.
Oh, good. Yeah, of course.
You are so smart.
I am. It's the thing I'm known for. 11.
Nice. You don't hear a voice kind of coming back from this mirror. You're not sure why. Your kid brain is probably saying that, oh, Violet's probably sleeping like everybody else.
All right. Yeah, that makes sense. Mirror's got to work really hard to reflect all that work looking back at you. Probably tired. Okay. So I go downstairs and I like start to like eat some food out of the pantry. Like I'm just nomming around until I find myself probably in the garden. And I'm like, I think I'm maybe slightly a little fascinated by it. Because I've never really had green things in the greenhouse. I just like, we were seeing it obviously past the vegetation, but I don't really know how it works.
Give me a nature check from Trigger.
Yeah. 13.
There's probably like some vegetables and things in the kitchen that you like took and like gnawed on to be like, okay, is this like, can I eat this? And you see some of those same things in the garden just growing in the ground.
Cool. So I'm gonna take like a handful of beans from my bean pouch, and I'm gonna put them in the earth, because I don't know how it works, and I'm just gonna like.
So how many
probably
beans
like,
are you pulling out?
How many do I have in the pouch? Would you say?
I would say like
if it's anything more than 17, it's
more than 17.
Okay.
So it is as high. It's higher than Triggs can count.
Cool. I'll take a hefty portion of probably like 10.
Nice. As you grab
And
like
I will,
as you grab like a handful of like basically just like an uncareful handful. Go ahead and roll a d100 for me.
absolutely.
Uncareful hand.
Can that be the name of our new group?
The uncareful handful.
Pretty accurate.
We got a 28.
A 28. You feel like as you like pull these coffee beans out. They are not coffee beans, but you almost feel like energized by it. And you had just like left the mirror room, there's like filled with like this magical aura, and you feel some of that kind of coming from within you, but nothing really happens. But as you pull like these beans out, like you've pulled a bean from the pouch and has activated.
Oh, is that how it works? Okay.
But nothing immediately happens. But you do have beans that you can try to plant if you want.
Oh yeah. I don't know how planting works, so I'm just kind of like gonna like put them on top of the ground and just kind of pat them a little bit, and like probably some earth gets on top of it, but it's just like very much like, okay, so I'm gonna come back later today, and I hope there's more of you, because I am getting really hungry. Let's wake up soon. So, and then I'm gonna head on over to the fountain to kick around a little bit, and my natural curiosity is probably gonna make me lift up the grate.
Very nice. You've explored the fountain before, so you are able, like, you're like, okay, I'm just gonna sit in the fountain and eat breakfast.
Mhm.
Well, now that I've eaten breakfast, Kachi and Gwen still aren't awake, so I should I'll take a bath in the fountain. And while I'm in the fountain, I should probably, maybe I dropped something down there before, so I should go and explore.
This really is when you give a mouse a cookie over here.
Yes, the mouse has been given a cookie, and Trigger is then using that cookie to go and venture forth. You are able to you pried the grate off last time, I believe.
Yeah.
So you're able to sort of snake your way down here. Find like you would have to hold your breath a little bit, but Trigger doesn't have to. And as small as you are perfectly suited to navigate this little chute. So you're able to sort of swim your way down here. In the twilight of the morning, there's a little bit of light being refracted in here, a little bit more than when you explored before. So you can finally kind of like navigate your way a little bit down into like this bubble, this pocket of water. You do see a little bit of a light area where you might be able to like, almost like an offshoot tunnel, like swim your way in that direction from here.
Yeah. So it's still pretty tight quarters though, but it doesn't look like it's branching. It just kind of looks like if I keep going, there'll be some light.
Yeah, it looks almost like there's like a pit or a pool with like one chute kind of coming off of it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll keep going down that.
Nice. You go down that. You can feel it kind of like rising up, almost like you're kind of going back up after you kind of swum down. And as you continue going, you begin to see kind of like you feel the water get a little warmer. You can maybe not necessarily warmer here, but you definitely feel like just your natural inclination and like being around so much water. You feel yourself reaching the surface of the water, but you're swimming a lot. You haven't swum all the way back up to where the garden is. You're like swimming off another direction, but you're reaching the top of the water down here.
Okay. Closer to sea level, but still surface.
Yes.
When I breach this, can I see before I breach the surface? Is there anything? Whoa.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a perception check, Trigger.
Ooh, new map.
That is a 23.
Nice. You are able to sense like you're even like before you breach the water, you're like kind of like hovering yourself inside of it. Like basically kind of like getting your ear close to the water. It's hard to, like, if you're underwater, it's hard to hear anything above water. It's not the way sound waves kind of work. But you don't hear much, which nothing is being like disfigured. You might hear like a trickle of water, which is strange because you're in the water. But You don't hear voices. You don't hear anything outside of this.
Cool. I will absolutely pop my head up.
Trig, you pop your head up out of this pool. You find yourself in like a well-carved cave. There is definitely a clear like roughness to the way this was hewed out. Even just carrying over that same perception check, it seems like maybe it was like dug out like with with someone's hands or claws. But beyond that, it has tried. There's like homey touches to this. Like you can see what's going on around you because there are like some arcane crystals kind of lighting the area. There's like a rug over in one corner. There's like a chair kind of set up in the corner of this cave here, seemingly kind of bringing in elements that make it more comfortable. To the right, there's like a pile of rubble that goes from the floor to the ceiling. It seems like maybe there's a cave-in or something that has like kind of closed this all off. But to the left, there's like more of an open kind of area. It seems like that cave kind of continues on in that direction.
How dare you build this beautifully enticing world?
Oh, and it is still the wee hours of the morning. Now that you're out of the water, you can go ahead and give me another perception check if you'd like.
Yeah, absolutely. No. Well, that was a journey. That is another 23.
Another 23. Okay. Trigger, you outside of the water, you are like just kind of as you wander around this room, as you get closer to this far wall, you can ping it on the map here. It's like the easternmost wall, furthest kind of directly across from the water where you entered. As you go over and like check out like this arcane crystal that's lighting the area, you hear like it sounds like something is like on the other side of this wall, but very faintly. Like you can hear kind of like what sounds like almost like something scratching, something digging maybe.
I'm digging on the other side of the wall. Looking on either side of me, like left or right outside the pool. So like there's a smaller chamber there. Like, but does it look like there are any other entrances to this place?
It looks like from this area, like the chamber that kind of goes on, it seems like it opens up more, but you can't quite tell what it is from where you are. You have to like venture into the next cavern to kind of see what's up.
Yeah, sure. That sounds fun. Let's do that.
Yeah.
I'll stealth.
Nice. Yeah, go ahead and give me a stealth check.
17.
17. Nice. You begin to move on the stealthier side, going into this cave here. As you move into the second room, you see why you couldn't like see any more going on. It's because this is literally a cliff that then drops off like 60 feet down, to where if you had your eyes closed and you were walking, you would have walked off of the edge of this into it. Let me reveal it for you. But now that you are here, you can see it very clearly. And give me another perception check in this room.
That is a 22.
Excellent. So you see as you approach where this like cliff kind of drops down and continues on, you see that there is a tripwire going around the rim of the cave. It doesn't seem like it's very well like hidden. You found it pretty easily. But it seems like it is like not like it's not like there's like barbs to it, and it seems to be coated in something. Or at one point it was, but you can see some like rust forming on it. You can see that like there's like it's like caked on like whatever coating this was. It seems like it's been on there for a long time and hasn't been like reapplied or anything. But you also see these two kind of fountains on the sides of this room that are on your level. But then if you like careful of the tripwire, peer over, you can see that like vertically it's kind of like a rock face going down. Down there you can just make out like, again, there's like an arcane crystal down there. You can see like some books that have been like left behind here. But you also notice like a couple some coils of chains that are down there.
Oh. The coils of chains down at the base of that 60-foot cliff.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. All the way down there. Interesting. Cool. Okay. That doesn't interest me too much. Is there any cool booty around here?
Yeah, I'd say there is maybe another bookshelf up here that has some stuff with like a table. But there's also like this like a wooden chest that like very rudimentary, very simple. It seems like maybe something from like a shed that's like piled over in the corner.
How big is it?
Not too bad. It's probably like 2 feet by like a foot.
Okay. I'm gonna. Is it looking at it? Does it look like there's more tripwire or anything?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a investigation check or maybe say give it a perception check to kind of take a look at this ghost.
What was it? 13? 13.
Cool. It doesn't seem to be like trapped. There's no like tripwires or anything on this one. It just seems like the latch. Like there's like a latch, but there's no lock on it. It's just
Cool. I'll open it.
nice. You open up the box. Inside, you hear like there's like a faint like as you open the box, it's like been deadened inside. But you hear like a faint like bing, 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 like a very soft sound, like just like this little blip coming from within. And you like there's like a coil of like a tangled mess of like a rope ladder. Like someone didn't put it away super well. And probably like the sailor in you is like, how dare they? It's gonna get tangled up. How that's unheard of. But it's just wrapped, kind of this pinging is kind of coming from inside this tangle of rope. And as you can unfurl the rope ladder that's stowed inside, and you have like this little metal box that is making this pinging sound.
I like put it up to my ear. Does it sound louder?
Now that it's out of the coil of wire, like the ropes, you can hear it, but it doesn't sound like it's like an alarm blaring, like out.
Sure.
Blaring out from here. But you hear this soft like ping, ping, ping. But now that you've unfurled the rope, you've investigated this thing, you find a letter at the bottom of this chest.
I really gotta learn how to read. That's stupid.
If you want to give me an intelligence check with disadvantage to see if there's any words you recognize.
Ooh,
Okay. If it's a swear word, I guarantee I know it.
I love standardized tests.
Okay. All right. That's a good start. Oh, one of those was actually not half bad. That's a 5.
You probably recognize the word safe. And it's the last word.
This is not safe.
I can't tell if this is like a safe that you rob or if a safe like you feel like you feel. Nah. I'll shove the letter in my pants because I think that Bass likes to read things, and I'll bring him something. And I will. Can I open? Does the metal box open?
Oh, like the little box. It doesn't.
No.
It doesn't. If you open it, it gets a little louder. And there's like a arcane like crystal inside. It's like almost like a large kind of like a pocket watch or something.
Oh, it's shiny. Cool. No, better go tell them about it. Maybe Les can have this. That sounds cool.
Nice.
And then I'll just, as I'm making my way back, I do just want to. Do I hear more of that scratching?
As you step into the room that you first arrived in, that has like the pool exit that you heard the scratching from. As you walk into this room, the beeping gets louder.
Shh.
Bing, 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 bing.
No, I'm trying to listen.
Bing,
I'm trying to listen.
bing.
What is with you? If I turn in a particular direction, does it get louder?
If you turn towards the scratching, it like there's like a crystal that kind of like pulls into that direction, like a compass.
Okay. That's cool. I mean, coral. I'm gonna make coral happen. I. How thin do these like? Is it like dirt walls? Are they? Is it stone?
From where you are, it looks like a dirt wall.
I like press it up against the wall, and it's like
You press up against the wall. And bing, 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 bing.
Literally how Jumanji starts, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me another perception check. I'd leave you the choice: perception or investigation. I think probably perception's better for you.
Yeah. You know the answer to that. Man. That is a 19.
The scratching on the other side of the wall has stopped, and as like you kind of like are close to the wall now, you hear like very faintly, "Help me."
Hello?
This is so scary. I'm so sorry. This is so scary.
Oh my god! Hi.
Hi. Hey, do you know why this thing is beeping in my hands?
Um, I would love to find out. I might be able to help you. I might be able to help you, but I'm trapped.
Okay. Well, first of all, if you're trapped and you can't breathe very well, you should probably stop talking so darn fast, okay? Second of all, why are you trapped? What happened?
I came to the doctor for help. That's the last that's the last I knew.
Okay, this is gonna sound weird. How old are you?
I don't know. I tried scratching days in the walls, but I lost count, and I just started using my claws to try to dig out.
Your claws?
No, like fingernails. Yeah.
Wait, no, wait, so do you have claws or do you have fingernails? Because claws can be scary sometimes, I'm not gonna lie.
This is so
Or are
scary.
your fingers like really long? Like because one time there was this one guy in the crew one time
Yeah.
that had they had their fingernails were so long that it literally went okay, I think it was Ipsum. Yeah, no. He had his hands cut off after a while, so it didn't matter. But his fingernails were so gross that they like curled in on each other, and whenever he tried to wipe his butt, it really got in the way.
That's not exactly the problem that I have. What's your name?
Oh, I'm Trigger. I'm a pirate, but I kind of don't have a ship or much of a crew anymore. And frankly, my leadership keeps varying.
Of course. You seem like you know what's going on.
What's your name?
Europa.
Who?
Europa.
Okay. In general, how do you feel about piracy?
You said you're a pirate?
Yeah, but like we're pretty
That's-
cool.
That's
I'm sorry.
awesome.
Sorry, I mean coral.
Yeah, that's great. Pirates are awesome.
Do I believe this person?
Give me an inside check.
What? Huh? Why is everyone being very casual about this? I feel like I'm looking at three people who are pretending they're not talking to a person in the wall.
What are you talking about, Bobby? I've been like this the whole time.
A solid 9.
This is
I
a
rolled,
horror movie, and I'm
What do you got?
asleep. And I'm
I rolled a solid 9, man.
Yeah, this person loves pirates.
Cool. Well, I don't know what to say. I bet it sucks what's going on with you right now.
No, it does,
Do you have a
does.
big? Do you have an idea how I can get you out? Because I'm not gonna lie, I just kind of have a gun. Do you want me to shoot the wall?
Maybe I've
Okay,
I
stand
dug, I
back.
dug through some
Or
of
if
it,
you
but
can't
there's
stand-
like metal or there's steel or silver or something. I can't get through this. If you could, maybe I can maybe. Well, we'll work together. We'll be pirates together. I'll just if I tap, can you hear where this is?
Can I?
Oh yeah, give me a perception check. Let's say do it with advantage. Europa's going to give the help action to try to make sure that she's not going to get about to get shot.
Oh, it sounds like a girl voice.
Yes.
That is a 23.
There's a hoarseness to the voice, but it does sound. There's like a. Does sound female.
There's a.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So there, if you want to shoot right there, I can duck to the other side and make sure I'm not going to get hit.
Sure. Yeah. Got you. All right. Also, just be aware that sometimes I do get distracted when I shoot. Kapow.
Nice. Go ahead and give me an attack roll on the wall.
Attack roll on the wall. Attack roll on the wall.
Attack roll.
No, that's
Trust a person in the wall. And I know I should.
What do you mean you should? If someone's in the wall,
Your classic
Well,
wall
right
person.
there, I
That's
don't.
a 15 hit.
The 15 does not breathe. You definitely like it shoots into the dirt on your side and kind of dislodges some of it. But you see that like it's kind of like dented. Like you like dig through like maybe like another like a half inch or like a foot now to see what's going on. And it seems like like the bullet like smushed against this wall. Like the wall was stronger than your bullet.
I don't got a lot of bullets. Are you worth wasting bullets on?
Yep. Yes. Absolutely.
Okay, stand back. Does a 23 hit?
Yes. You on this second shot, you've pulled some of the dirt away so you can get the gun a little bit closer, give it some like, breadth there, and you fire. As like the gunpowder smoke clears, you do see through here that there is a tiny hole through this metal. Trigger. Maybe I can. Okay, this is the closest I've gotten to not stale. I mean, it still smells like it's underground over there, but that's a different air than I've been breathing for as long as I've been here.
I'm not gonna lie. That's probably a pretty long time too.
It's felt that way.
Okay. I should probably get my friends and tell them about you. Maybe we can help. Also,
Oh, are they
you
pirates
said-
too?
yeah, but they're not really good ones.
Does your crew have a navigator? I'm great
Really?
at that. Yeah, I used to sail with merchant ships all the time.
Do you know how to get off the island?
No, no. And actually, I was the navigator when we got lost here.
Oh, well, this is
I've learned a lot.
it's a
since
job
we-
interview.
I've learned a
You're
lot
not
since I
very
crashed
well.
here, though. I just can't. I tried. I thought I had a way out. It just didn't work.
Oh, yeah, I know that feeling. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Do you have another idea for me getting you out of here? Because I might have to go get friends.
I can start trying to dig into this.
Why don't you work on that, and I'll go get my friends, and then maybe here. And I'm gonna shove a bean or two through the thing. If you need food, because I feel like you probably haven't eaten in a while, here's some beans.
Go
But-
ahead and roll me a D100 again as you pull more beans out.
Yeah, absolutely.
not 2 magic beans. I can do whatever the fuck.
I-
Yo, mysterious person on a wall.
My goal is to get rid of this pouch of beans as quickly as possible.
What's so like? We've got so much to do today. Of like, we
so
gotta
sorry.
get something about
I'm
Lester.
so
We've got to go to like these other 2 places immediately. 4 hours into like our first like second night in this place.
We're asleep.
Yes, fully like unbeknownst to anybody.
It is a 55, man.
Okay.
No.
As you pull the beans from this pouch, you feel almost like this summoning wind in your hand, and like you just hear like like a whisper on the wind. Who should kneel?
What? I don't know. Frankly, I don't. Like, is this like a riddle? Because I'm not very smart at stuff.
Is there anyone that you would like to knock prone?
No.
This wind dissipates and you're just holding a couple beans.
Sometimes they do cool stuff, but that time it wasn't anything good.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Oh my gosh. Thank you. 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 And you feel like
Yeah. Okay. You work on that. And I'll go get my friends. Hey, but when we come back, could you please not tell them that what I said about them not being a great crew? They really try hard.
it's the least I can do. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And what'd you say your name was again?
Europa.
Sure it is. Okay. See you later.
Excellent.
And-
Trigger. As you go to leave once again, you're approaching the water. Give me another perception check.
Yeah. Also, question: as I was over there with the compass C thingy, did I notice once I had the hole? Did I see anything like through the hole or anything activating?
It kept beeping.
Okay. Perception check. All I do is perception checks. And watching this thing go is really fun. That is a terrible 9.
Nice. You.
Sorry, 8.
You are still able to find the tunnel from the water, but you don't glean any more information from this tunnel after your conversation with Europa.
How soft because I'm taking the box with me, does the pinging just get super, super soft as I go?
It beeps less and less as you kind of like leave and like swimming up.
Cool. I pop up the thing, I hope. Maybe?
Yeah, you pop back up into the garden. It hasn't been too much time. If you're being careful, it's probably been a little bit closer to when your friends might be waking up.
Yeah. Do I feel as though they've gotten the effects of a long rest?
You get the sense that your friends have gotten the effects of a long rest, and you can you can feel free to wake them up as needed.
I feel like Kachi specifically told me don't wake me up before this time, and so I've just been sitting outside the room
waiting for that time.
Yeah. Not that I know what time is. Everybody wake up! Now just shout from the middle of the hallway in the upstairs.
Yes.
I go down the hallway and I just bang on everybody's door. Guys, I found a friend. Guys, wake up!
Oh,
Mirror lady, if you're up in there, wake up.
I can't get up. It seems you've tucked me in a bit too well, Trigger.
Oh, sorry, Lester. I got you. And I'll go and help Lester out of here.
Nice. Yeah,
Lester's fully dead, suffocated.
He has been suffocated.
We'll take care of you.
You get Lester safely out of his hammock.
Yes.
Once I hear that Trigger has woken up someone else first, I will poke my head out.
Yeah, you. The struggle to get Lester out is enough to wake up Gwen.
After I do the opposite, I hear him waking up someone else, and I'm gonna go back to bed. A few more
What are you
minutes.
guys talking about?
Guys, this is serious. If we want to put together a crew, then we need a navigator, okay? And I found one.
What? No, I need to talk to Bastion.
No, I need to talk to Bastion. Bastion.
Good morning. Yes. Should I
Hey,
start some
hey,
tea?
question for
breakfast?
you. Question for
yes.
you.
Yes, of course.
Do you know somebody named Europa?
Do a little history check.
Not that I'm aware of. No.
No.
Trigger,
What?
we have a meeting later. We're gonna have a meeting later.
No,
Gilda.
no, not Gilda. Europa. No, nobody's listening to me. I went down in the fountain.
What?
There's the grate in the fountain that I found, and you guys were like, don't go down there. But I was super bored because all of you sleep so long. And I was like, I'm going to go down. So I did, which I'm sorry. I probably should have asked for permission from my captain, but I thought I could be a lookout. And I went down there, and there's a whole secret tunnel down there, and there's some chains that have been broken out of, and it looks like there is some arcane, it's fancy crystals like Lester's tower. And I found this cool little box. Look at it. Beep. and it'll get louder if I go closer to the wall, because behind the wall there was a person named Europa, and Europa said that she'd been stuck down there ever since she saw the doctor, but she doesn't remember what happened afterwards. But I was like, the doctor's been dead for years, but I don't think she realizes that. And so I shot a hole in the wall, but all I could see, actually, now that I mention it, I don't really think I could see her. That's upsetting. I wonder if she looked cool.
Trigger.
What?
Did the detector go off when you were talking to Europa?
I got closer and closer as it was like going beep 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 like that.
Your navigator, as you said, Europa is cursed to some extent.
What?
I am familiar with the chamber that you're speaking
What kind of chamber is it?
of. Madam Violet had a safe place to go when dealing with her own affliction.
Okay.
Insight check.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. This is this Lester or Bastion?
This is Bastion.
Yeah, this man has like devout loyalty to like his estate and his people, so there's no like he would lie. Like he has reasons, like he wouldn't want their like what's it called to be ruined. Oh my god!
Morning, everybody. What are we doing? Why is everyone yelling?
Oh, good. Gotcha. I can tell you the whole story again. So what happened was
22. You see, there is caution in Bastion's eyes, but there doesn't appear to be deception or like pontiff. It seems more admitting than hiding something.
Yes, I can explain it perhaps over breakfast, everyone. That sort of helped get the morning moving, talking about your meetings. I would hate to keep this going. I, of course, no longer need to eat, so perhaps that's...
Can I take the food that you would eat down to Europa? I gave her some beans, but I don't think she was really filling.
I suppose.
If she's cursed, we don't want her around, right? Cursed things make it so that people can't leave here. We need to break the curses.
You want to break my new friend?
I don't think she's your friend if you met her this morning.
Why not? I made you guys friends like right away.
That also wasn't this morning. And I'm also not cursed, so she's not like me, first of all.
We're all on Cursed Cove, dude. I think we're all cursed.
I go in my room and I close the door.
Gosh.
I open the door and I'm ready.
Whoa. Yeah, so we'll head downstairs for Becky.
Nice. Bastion.
You can't just say we're gonna head downstairs for brekkie after fighting this cursed woman in a wall.
What do you want? Brad said he wanted to make us food.
I don't know what to do. That's crazy.
Well, I'm hungry, and it's true. If she's been down there a couple hundred years, it's probably fine to wait a little bit longer.
Am I the only one that wants to kill her? Like instantly. Like
Oh my-
instinctively, I feel like she needs to go. Am I the only one there? Because if I am, I won't push it. But I feel like we could get rid of her.
I'm not keeping it out. I'm not saying like we know, but I'm not saying yes.
I just feel like we've built such a good trust in this group. And I feel like when you incorporate more people into that, I feel like the trust might get lessened. And so I trust all of you so much. I just want to say that. Like I'm with this group. But I don't know who Europa is. And she's cursed. Doesn't sound very good. I'm just saying.
Yes, what Trigger found was a curse detector, a lunar detector that was gifted by an old friend of her family's. Violet, long before she found herself here, she was bitten by a werewolf. It was an affliction that she carried with her, that she dealt with how she could. When she built up this estate, she wanted a safe place to go to protect the people that were around, and so she created a haven of sorts down in the garden, a place that she felt safest, that she would go to when her curse detector would alert her when her transformation was beginning. And she would secure herself down there with some books and things to keep herself busy until it passed.
So how did this other person figure it out?
I know naught of Europa. That's a mystery to me.
Hmm.
Violette was a doctor. She took patients, but she kept them in the room that Lester is staying in. People would stop by for affliction. She would heal them and send them on their way.
Like Europa.
Is it possible that Violette could have intentionally cursed somebody? Because Europa said that she was trying to get off of the island and she was trying to navigate, but she failed, which didn't really make sense to me because I don't know how you try to get off the island and end up at the doctor's, but whatever.
Anyone who would like to give me an insight check on Bastion when Triggers kind of strings these kind of things together.
Yeah. Ooh, good.
18.
No.
25.
Yeah, not good on my.
Nice. Trigger, you're getting distracted with your own train of thought. But when you hear Trigger ask, when Trigger asks Bastion, do you think Violette could have cursed people on purpose or something like that? Both Kachi and Gwen, you see a look on Bastion's face that's like, do you see a reaction? I would say you probably recognize it as like, it is both sad, but it's sad but not surprised.
And this is Violet or Violette?
He asked if Violette would hurt someone because Violette was the doctor.
Violette.
Well, okay, but Violet was the one that was the werewolf, right?
Yeah.
And Violet was the one who had the chamber.
Mm-hmm.
And Violet was probably the one that had the shackles that were down on the cliff.
Okay, that makes sense.
But then this one is like a whole separate wall. It's like it's like behind dirt and it's covered in metal and it's like a whole separate thing. I don't know. Are you sure you guys just don't want to go and visit her? She seems kind of cool. I mean, I asked her if she thought pirates were cool, and she said yeah.
I'm worried that she has the same affliction that Violet had.
Well, here's the thing.
I guess it's the middle of the day.
We're curse
Middle.
breakers.
It's like early morning.
Kachi, do you need like coffee or something?
I mean, I would not say no.
Oh, of course. How rude of me. Excuse me.
Levitates
No,
up.
Bastion, stop.
Oh,
No,
sorry.
not rude of you. We're literally talking about someone in the undercroft of your house. I'll get coffee.
Our house, of course. No, not at all.
Yes.
You're tired.
Well, no matter
Keep
what,
going.
I did great because I got this thing which detects curses, which is awesome for us as curse breakers. And
That is fair. Well done.
Great job.
I'm pretty great. Second off, B person next is that if she's cursed, then that's a curse that we have to break too. And whether that means that we shoot her in the face or we save her, that's helping to break the curse.
I'm not against saving her. I just want to vocalize that as well.
Okay. Well, you seem really eager for the killing her part. So
I just think it's easier.
Yeah. Well, and also, we did say, because Gilda said before that sometimes killing is a lot more points, whereas the saving is less points, because it's all a game. So something to keep in mind. You like games, right?
Yeah, known to love them. I also just worry, what if it's also possible that like Violet cheated on Violette, This would be unfair. I don't know how they're alive for a long time. I'm just freaked out. I just want to vocalize people in walls and tunnels, not part of my day to day.
Yeah, but no matter what, they would
We
have
should
to
talk
be.
to her. I'm just saying, if I see fangs, I'm shooting.
Do you want to do it today, or do you want to do it like another day?
We should do it right now.
Oh, okay, cool.
Runs away.
Yeah.
What if she
No,
runs up the sewers and attacks us?
Well,
I
you
don't
can't
think
run.
she's getting out anytime soon.
You have to swim. I
Did
don't
you
know. I kind of
explore the room that she was in.
I
tunnels that-
weakened the metal, and I said that if she started working on it, she might be free by the time we got back.
Hello? I put
Yeah.
the cereal I'm eating down.
It's mostly it's mostly. Yeah, no, because she wanted me to try to get her out, and I tried, but my gun kind of misfired the one time. I think I need to get a little upgrade. Yeah, and also I'm pretty small. She would have to be pretty small to be able to fit up through the tunnel that I was going through.
She might be an ooze monster person. We don't know anything about her. I can't believe everyone trusts her. I'm sorry. That's me. I'm showing myself
Whoa.
here. But I can't.
Excuse what?
Have you ever met an ooze monster person?
They exist.
And
That's
in
enough
your
for me.
experience, they are bad people?
I'm saying that they could squeeze out of a hole if you made one, and they could squeeze through the sewers, and maybe there's a whole army of ooze people ready to replace us.
Fine, but Bass, we need some way for them to be able. Can you guys hold your breaths again?
Not long.
How long do you think you can hold your breath? How long do? Well, damn, I can't count past 17, so I have no
Well,
idea
I
how
think
long.
it's 1 minute plus my con modifier, which is -1. So I don't think I've ever really been good at holding my breath.
Rin can't even take a deep breath.
I'm like,
Okay, so no matter what, we can't go down there unless you guys are able
Incredible.
to. So why don't we go into town? We go stop by the gun shop, which is not a gun shop, but I want it to
Whoa.
be one. And-
Trigger, go ahead and give me a nature check.
Yeah.
Remember you're swimming. I'd say it's swimming as well, so give it with advantage.
Well, the advantage will be useful there.
there's a person living in tunnels under our head, and you want to go shopping? I'm just like, I get it. I understand, but
This
also,
can wait.
That is with advantage a 6.
You were only able to make this swim because you are the greatest swimmer alive.
Yeah.
You doubt that anyone else in the world could do what
Guys,
you've done.
I don't think she can get up here, even if she gets out into the room, which, there was a rope ladder, but I don't really think you could throw it to anything. I guess you could go down into the pit more.
it's all underwater?
Yeah, it was like through a secret water tunnel.
Okay, well, bring her up here then.
You want me to go get her?
If you're talking
I
about-
think I can't go down, so I don't want everyone to have the conversation without me.
Bass, what were you saying?
To get to Violet's sort of haven, she would swim down, but she was not exceptionally gifted. She was not a sea elf like young Trigger. She would simply hold her breath. I myself have never been down there, but it's not out of the realm of possibility that someone could swim down. She was at times frail, especially as her transformation was approaching. So it could be done.
Okay,
I would assume. Sorry.
here's the thing. Why don't you cast your little thing on me that you do sometimes that makes me a little extra fast, and then you can just hold on, and I'll kick even faster, and then you'll get there with me.
Lester kind of looks up from like breakfast. I think I can make people breathe underwater. I think I've done that before.
Lester, you're a genius sometimes, and an absolute idiot others, but I'm glad for the times that you're a genius.
I like those times best.
I'm gonna give him a fuller voice to make him more different from Bastion. I can't remember exactly what it was.
I like those times best.
Yeah. Cast it on them. I'm good.
Oh, of course. I don't.
He starts searching in his like pockets for looking for like
I don't know if I have the spell written down here anywhere. I think I remember it. Yes.
Ideal.
And he begins to make. Wait, no.
Do you guys want to just try a bean?
Wait,
That might
no.
actually do more good in this
Wait, I
situation.
believe I remember.
Oh, okay.
I think it was on my night table where I remember putting. No, I pulled some pages out to save for later. We'll give it a shot. Okay. Who needs to breathe?
I'll be the captain. I can do it first.
Yes. All right. Deep breath in.
And excuse me. Lester is going to attempt to cast water breathing.
Oh my god.
Here it is.
Oh, I have a spell called Walk on Water.
Make an Arcana check.
That's
Oh,
the opposite.
absolutely.
As we're currently waiting for Maryland to get here, like, where'd everyone go?
Why are there
Lester successfully casts.
There he. Of course, there it is. Water breathing. There it goes.
And it's like arcane magic. He like traces these runes in the air, and then they kind of like float around Yukachi, kind of almost making like this like glowing necklace that kind of like sits and illuminates around your feathers.
All right. That wasn't bad. All right, Gwen.
I've done it. I remembered.
Honestly, well done. Well done.
Here, Kachi, we don't know if it works yet. Come here to the sink. Come here.
Oh no, I'll go in the pond. Don't dunk. I swear, if you dunk my head.
I just try and shove you under the water.
No. How are you so strong? You're so unnaturally strong.
I'm not. I'm just wiry.
Did you need something, Quinn?
Could you help me breathe underwater as well?
I think I know that spell. Yeah.
And like he begins
It's
to like
okay.
search for his pockets again.
I'm going to be really gentle with him and
I
nurture.
think I remember. I think I cast it on Skip Shop before.
Well, was there anywhere that you kept your spells that you remember, like by your nightside table or something?
I always lost my spell book, so
Okay.
I'd take pages out, so that I
Oh.
would. So if I lost the book, I'd still have some. But I
Well-
don't seem to have any. I think I remember. I remember I cast it on Skip Shot once when he fell into a barrel of ale, and it worked. It worked for him to breathe, but he got very intoxicated. That was years ago, I think.
And he's gonna make another Arcana check. That is enough. Yes. He once again casts water breathing.
I knew I remembered. First time in a while.
Thank you, Lester. You're amazing.
Of course. Oof. Are you gonna finish your tomato?
No, that's yours.
Oh, what was it? Oh, my mistake.
And he sits back down to finish breakfast.
All right, so we're talking about the bitch in the wall.
Let's go.
All right. I'll go first. No, I'm not going first.
Yeah, I know the
Trigger,
way.
you go first.
Come on. Do any of you not have dark vision?
I am a human.
So how about we create a little chain where you kind of just like tug along and so everybody follow close, okay?
I'll go last. So I like it.
Sandwich.
Sandwich Gwen.
Sandwich
This is-
Gwen. Okay.
This is a nightmare. You're going underwater. Oh, you can breathe now, I guess, but
So you can breathe. Gwen, just give me a Constitution check.
16.
Nice. Although you're like you have no idea, you can't see what's going on around you at a certain point. Where like as soon as you get a little too far down, you feel your hands being pulled kind of perpendicular to the direction that you're traveling, but you go along with it. You find yourself in a narrow tube, but you don't knock your head or hurt yourself along the way. As before long, you are dragged up out of this pool. I'd say once you all reach this chamber that Trigger is very familiar with, it's this earthen room. It seems like it has been like dug out by claw. It is not very clean. There's a pile of rubble on one side. There's an extended cavern kind of off to your guys' left, kind of towards the north. And you can see where Trigger has like dug, like he's described this to you. It's like water, like the wall has been pulled down a little bit. And you kind of see this pinprick of a hole in the wall. As
Hey.
you all return to this room, give me a perception check.
Whatever you guys do, don't go over too far there because you're gonna fall down a long way, or you might get into the. There's like wire there too that looks like it's meant to trip you.
Matt, is
Dirty
mine
20.
with disadvantage or is it?
No, with the arcane crystals in here, it's not darkness.
Alright.
So there's still like dim light, so you're still able to like use your other senses as well.
15.
Like 10.
Dirty 20.
Nice. Gwyn, you're getting your bearings after having been drugged through this dark tunnel. Trigger, you're busy explaining what's happening around you. Kachi, you hear kind of what Trigger has described before as well, kind of like scratching kind of coming from this opposite wall. But Kachi, you also hear something else. You hear like the low, like just very low off in the distance, the sound of voices coming from behind the rubble. You just make out like someone saying, "No, it sounded like gunshots." But you are all in this cavern alone, and that's where we'll take a break for tonight.
Sorry to push us